Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update, brought to you by KrakenCryptocurrency.com. My name is Justin Wise, lead analyst and senior mentor at KrakenCryptocurrency.com. Hopefully everybody's doing absolutely fantastic today, wherever you happen to be on this wonderful world, and whatever position you happen to have on Bitcoin at the moment, whether it's a long, whether it's a short, whether you're bullish, whether you're bearish, we're all here together. In today's episode, we're going to be going over the latest CoinShares report indicating that record levels of USD of capital has flown out of more traditional investment products that center around Bitcoin, like ETPs. We'll cover all of that, as well as its implications and the confluence that leads us for our technical analysis. We're also going to be going over the rise of Telegram crypto bots, exactly how much volume they're using, exactly how many unique daily users we have of these Telegram bots. And I'm going to give you my tips and tricks for interacting with these bots, as well as a little bit of caution, I would say, from my experience utilizing, writing bots, doing algorithmic trading. So I'm going to put all my concerns out there because obviously the use of bots, the use of algorithms, the use of strategies is rising and growing in popularity, something I'm very happy about, but it can be very tricky waters to dip your toe into if you're unexperienced and uneducated in that field. So I'm going to be doing my best to share that with you guys today. We're also going to be going over some of the latest projections for the cryptocurrency markets. Again, looking for more confluence for 4-year cycle theory. And of course, we're going to be breaking everything down in the markets, looking at where we're at. I'll share my positions with you guys and my thoughts on the market as well. As always, if you guys have any questions or chart requests, please put them in the live chat. I love engaging with you guys, love seeing your questions, your comments, your concerns, your fears, all of those things. And I will do my best to get to them as time allows. We're going to keep today relatively punctual, relatively brief, just covering the major things. As always, if you want to make the show grow, you can subscribe, follow, or just share the content around to your family, your friends, even people you don't like. No news is good news. All right, let's get started with today's technical analysis. Let's get things breaking down. All right, and we're going to go into the big charting so that we can see basically where we're at. We do have, of course, have the weekly time frame pulled up for BTC. And the weekly chart is interesting. So I've been sharing this with my subscribers and the members of the premium trading group. Links down in the description. And what is very interesting right now is exactly what Bitcoin has done. So Bitcoin, as we can see here, this is the weekly time frame, and I've got several indicators on. Of course, we have Minx and Wadatar Explosion. I do have VRVP on, but the one we're going to focus on today is, of course, just going to be the weekly Hall 60. This is a Hall moving average. It's one of my favorite moving averages for strategy creation and just overall identifying measured movements in the market. Okay. Oh, it's all good, Alex. Good to see you, my friend. But the Hall 60 is very powerful for identifying trend direction at a glance. That's the entire purpose of a baseline in our strategy, in our entire strategy creation process, is the baseline, whether price is above or below it, just simply lets you know which direction price is likely to continue. And we can assign a confidence interval to that. We can assign a probability to that. And what we have done on the Binance chart, sorry about this, but what we've done on the Binance chart, which goes back to August of 2017. So we have almost 6 years of data here. 85% of the time, when the weekly candle closes below the Hall 60, 85% of the time, it continues moving lower. There is only one historical example of getting faked out, essentially, with the Hall 60. So we'll just go, again, we'll just start from the beginning, and hopefully you guys will be able to see this relatively well. So, okay. Here we go. Here's the first example in 2019 of price closing below the weekly baseline. And we do, of course, continue further south. Here again in March of 2020. This is, of course, the March meltdown, which was the lowest low before the beginning of the 2021-2022 bull run. But of course, we close below, and then we have a big 33% candle following up with. Over here, of course, this is the summer dump of 2021. We close below in May and then head lower to the tune of 25%. Here we close below and we do head lower, right? We do rebound relatively quickly. So this isn't a great trade, so to say, but just keeping in line with our metrics, every time we close below, we continue further south. Again, of course, this is the actual beginning of the breakdown in November 2021. We closed below and never closed back above until, of course, the beginning of this year's run, which you could say began with the collapse of FTX, but really started kicking off once we crossed above the Hall 60. We never closed back down below it. So there's only one time when we have immediately rebounded back above the Hall 60, and that was, of course, roughly 2 months ago, back in June. So now we've closed back below. And again, I go with the evidence. Here's the thing, guys. I get this all the time. As a trader, people assume that I have access to some sort of, I have powers of prediction. And that is not the case. I am a math guy. I am a numbers guy. I do the hard work of crunching the numbers, and then I go with the highest probability. I take the highest probability trade setups. I take the highest probability investments after careful research and analysis. And so an 85% opportunity, an 85% chance the price is going to continue heading lower really does start to make hedges and short positions in this area of the market very attractive. So I am currently hedged. That's my current trade, my big trade for BTC. I posted on Twitter a thread explaining in a little bit more detail how I hedge. And of course, I posted in much more detail to the members of the premium trading group. So if you're interested in that position, if you're interested in that trade, then you can go check out Twitter, or if you want the full version, join the premium trading group. You'll have access to the market updates channel, and you'll see the full breakdown of that hedge, entry and exit, everything, and exactly how I do it positionally. Okay. All right. Here's what I really like too about this potential trade setup, right? Is that there's very clear invalidation. So if we just kind of scroll this out, we can see that essentially price during the course of 2023 has simply recovered. Like, we've had a good run in 2023, but we've simply basically gone back to a level of resistance. We've rallied about 80%. And here we are over in this multiple consolidation area. This was low. This was a support. This was support that broke through. And we've simply returned back to this area, this zone of contention. You can see that it's a high volume node. We're basically in a high volume node from 30,000 down to about 27,000. But the other thing that I want to point out, and of course, sorry, so to continue on that and linger on that idea for a little bit, when price is in a high volume node, it likes to consolidate, it likes to range, it doesn't do big movements. Notice that above 30,000, we've got relatively low volume nodes, basically all the way up. So very fast and rapid price movements, volatility is likely to occur above 30,000. I think the floodgates will open up. So I think the big thing, of course, the big two ways to look at the market right now is very simple in terms of support and resistance. And this does line up with how I view the markets to a degree. But essentially, I think the common wisdom out there is price above 30,000, complete bull market, price below 30,000, or price breaking down below 29,000, or so to speak, like it's the bull market's over, which I don't think the bull market's over. So first off, notice this massive consolidation zone, notice this massive high volume node that was established at our current bear market low, kind of in the mid zone here. But this whole area is a huge high volume node, lots of liquidity, lots of individuals that will buys that will protect their positions should price break down and slip from here. This is a no-brainer area of support. And even on my hedge, I'm only targeting price going back down to the point of control, roughly 19,200, but let's call it 20,000 for those. So, and again, this is just right in line with my 4-year cycle hypothesis that price will not go lower than the bear market capitulation low, which it came in around 15,000. So we're not going lower than that. However, we have a very high probability of a sell-off that goes down to tease but not go lower than the previous bear market low. And this is what we've seen since 2016. This is exactly how the markets have operated. So you can go back to 2018, 2019. It happened the exact same way then. It happened exactly that same way in 2015. And we are looking for a repeat of that cycle here in 2023, which means that this has been a great run. I think that prices can run wildly above 30,000. But what I think is more likely to happen is we're going to see this consolidation and eventual breakdown, especially now that we've closed back down below the whole 60. However, being very clear about this, with the ability for dramatic price appreciation being on the table, I mean, anything above 30,000, I'm longing with prejudice. So pretty simple. We've got an area where we've hit resistance. We've pulled back down. We're down below the whole 60. We're hedging. We're looking for the short position all the way back down, and then we're going to ride it all the way back up throughout 2023, 2024, 2025, even if the crypto gods are so kind. But that's where we sit. That's price on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. Of course, if Bitcoin slips, Ethereum will slip, altcoins will slip, everything will come tumbling down. So I think right now is the proper time to reevaluate your portfolio. Of course, we've got the bull run ahead of us, but a lot can happen between here and there. And if you want to, now is the time to reevaluate the riskier assets in your portfolio or the riskier positions, or look for a way to hedge those or shore those up, whether by sector or any way that you want to do it, really. Okay. All right, let's get into the news of the day. And so for this, what's the best way to do this? Shall we just slip over to, I think CoinShares will be fine. So this was probably the nicest thing that I read today, or that, not nicest, but this lends the most confluence, I believe, to what we've been talking about. So let me pull up my Cliff Notes here. All right, so first off, we have CoinShares. CoinShares is a European digital asset investment firm. And I'm actually going to, I think, yeah, this is fine. Okay. They, according to their head of research, this is James Butterfield. James Butterfield has been actually posting quite a bit and been kind of making a name for himself. But according to him, there have been record outflows from Bitcoin investment products. Now, these outflows are mostly from ETPs or exchange traded products. So these are more, I mean, if you guys have bought SPY or VOO or VTI, that's an ETF, an exchange traded fund. An exchange traded product is just a broader term for things that might include an exchange traded fund, but there's lots of different ETPs out there. There are ETP vehicles for Bitcoin and Ethereum investment, of course, as well as other things. And so that is where these outflows are coming from. They're not coming from spot markets, although we had a massive wash of short of selling on the spot markets following kind of the breakdown in price. But yeah, so according to this report, we are seeing a record amount of outflows from more traditional investment vehicles for Bitcoin. Therefore, these, and this is me, this isn't from the report, but these outflows do then therefore represent what we've seen, the trend that we've seen over the past month or so, which is profit taking, right? We've seen an increase in profit taking both on chain, and now we're also seeing it off chain in the exchange traded product land. And of course, since these are ETPs, this is representing a very specific, in my opinion, cohort of Bitcoin investors. These are your more traditional investors and typically more deep-pocketed investors. Okay, so what are the takeaways from this? Okay, so we've got record outflows to the tune of $107 million just, I believe, last week. And yeah, let's see here. Investors withdrew a total of 111 million from Bitcoin, making this the largest weekly outflow since March. And now they do say here, oh, well, hold on. So what is the takeaways from this in my mind? The fact that we're seeing all these outflows in the ETP markets. Well, I think it adds confluence to our bearish outlook on Bitcoin. However, I will say, and we can see here that the report does go on to say that in a surprising turn of events, the outflows into short Bitcoin positions, which have been consistent for 14 weeks, have come to a halt, okay? Indicating that investors are pulling their money out of their positions for Bitcoin, but they're not stocking it into Bitcoin shorts, right? So take that as you will. Just because people aren't shorting doesn't mean price isn't going to go down, though. I will just say that. Okay. Telegram crypto bots from Cointelegraph. All right. So the title of this article is Telegram crypto bots gain momentum in the market, according to Binance Research. So more and more traders in the cryptocurrency markets are utilizing Telegram. Yes, Telegram, to interact with the crypto markets. Now, obviously, Telegram is no secret to anybody. The Cracking Cryptocurrency Premium Trading Group started off in Telegram, and then we switched to Discord for more user. There were just more features. It was just better for everybody involved. So Telegram shouldn't be a big surprise to anybody. I've made multiple videos showing different scanners in Telegram, and just, Telegram is just where Telegram and crypto and Discord are where cryptocurrency people congregate and meet with their fellow people. But more and more people are using Telegram crypto bots specifically, and daily volumes of trades, cryptocurrency trades with Telegram bots hit a record high of $10 million in July, with the total cumulative volume just this year at $190 million as of early August. So there were only 6,000 unique daily users, which is good, which is very good. That is high and growing. But it just indicates that it is a very nascent and niche field still. And so I want to talk about a little bit of my experience with bots. Obviously, I have a lot of experience with trading bots. I have, utilized, just about every trading bot out there that you could imagine, Profit Trailer, Crypto Hopper, Gunbot, 3 commas, various Telegram bots. And I have, of course, written my own in JavaScript and Python. And I still use, to a large degree, a lot of the bots that I currently have the majority of my my systems automated right now. But specifically, I just want to put this level of caution out there, okay? Because I think that utilizing bots is amazing. I think that if you come to bots thinking that you're going to find a plug and play answer, I don't think that is reality. There is no plug and play answer. If you're going any trading, even automated trading is work. You're going to have to put the work in. It's going to be difficult. It's going to require research, constant going back and forth on what you want to do, constantly reevaluating your hypothesis and your assumptions, looking for edges. So while I think bots can be fantastic, I want people to approach it with the correct mindset. And those who are looking at bots or who have looked at bots or are currently looking at bots as maybe like a, just an easy solution, then that's not really the case. It's not the easy solution. In fact, sometimes it's even harder than manual trading. But if you're going to be using bots, again, I recommend, I recommend to be as safe as possible with it. Because not only is this cryptocurrency where if you make a mistake, your funds are gone. With a bot, you just don't know how they were programmed unless you program them yourself. So of course, there's really good ones out there. Crypto Hopper, Trailing Crypto, Profit Trailer, Gunbot, 3 commas, all of which I highly recommend. All of those have done very well for me. I know that people have a sour taste in their mouth because of 3 commas. A lot of users of 3 commas got funds stolen. A lot didn't though. So it's just a weird thing. So if you're going to be using bots, again, as with all things, don't look at it as, kind of an easy fix or an easy solution for what you want. Look at it as an opportunity to introduce a little bit of automation and kind of speed into your system if utilized properly. And honestly, my best advice for individuals is just to take the plunge. If you're going to commit to this lifestyle, if you're going to commit to cryptocurrency, then you should commit to learning how to program to a small degree and to learn just to learn how crypto works, right? And if you are dedicated and you get out there and make friends, you cannot join a crypto Discord or a crypto Telegram without meeting developers who are willing to write bots for you. So make friends, take on challenges, and try to do as much as you can yourself, okay? Because it's very unclear the intentions of these bot users. But Okay. Our last article here is, of course, I want to cover just about anything that mentions Timothy Peterson. So Timothy Peterson is an investment analyst. He is, in my words, a god in the alternative investment space. But he has published a new article that where he says that there is a 50% chance that Bitcoin will trade below $25,000 before the next bull run. Okay, he posted this on Twitter. Now, for those of you who don't know, Timothy Peterson has a really powerful background in the investment space and in the crypto space. He's been in the markets for over 25 years. But most notably in crypto, how I heard about him is he published a report back in 2018 called Metcalfe's Law as a Model for Bitcoin's Value. And this is a peer-reviewed paper that went out. And this was one of the first examples of a research analyst utilizing empirical evidence to show that Bitcoin's price growth on the medium to long term does follow Metcalfe's Law, which is just a very common law and algorithm used to identify the growth of a network. And this is very positive because it indicates that growth will continue. All right, just another reason we're also bullish. So what's very interesting here is that he is predicting a 50% chance of Bitcoin dropping below $25,000. And of course, that is right in line with what we predict as well. We predict that there will be a rally, just as there was back in 2018, just as there was back in 2016. Following the rally, which will be quite powerful, which we may have seen the end of, price will pull back pretty significantly for the rest of the year until we form a higher low. and then it's off to the races. So that high or low is kind of this is it, back the bus up, here we go. Of course, everybody gets really scared because nobody buys the bottom. And then when they get the next opportunity to buy the bottom, they think the price is just going to continue going lower. And I think that's the biggest mistake that I want to help people avoid this cycle. All right. I want people to avoid that mistake this cycle. Okay. Let's see here. All right. And that's about all. So those are the 3 articles that I wanted to cover today. Let me know if you guys have any questions about that. Again, my big takeaways is I just continue to see more and more evidence, both on chain and otherwise, that just strengthen my resolve in my position. And overall, I mean, here's the thing, guys, trading crypto, I just love trading crypto. It's the best. Okay. So anyways, we've gone over our weekly analysis. We are looking at a potential breakdown on the weekly, on the daily time frame. Of course, utilizing our stock out of the box trading strategy. We had a short position right here on this candle, which has hit 1, maybe 2 TPs. I'm not exactly sure if we hit the second TP on this particular candle. And this position is still open. This position is still open. I know some traders, of course, took profits here and exited because Minx went oversold, and that's totally fine. But really just looking for that baseline cross. That baseline cross, again, prices back above 30,000 or 31 or 30,100. Definitely something we want to pay attention to here on the daily time frame. It's not going to be, PTP is not going to give us the full go ahead, of course, because, well, just depending on what the signal looks like. But yeah, that's basically where we're at on the daily time frame. Things looking relatively negative. We don't have any signal to trade right now. Price just hovering at this high volume node. You can see this long period of consolidation, and we're just kind of struggling to get there. Above the Hall 60 here on the daily, again, potential swing up to 30,283. Okay, and I want to see a daily close basically above 30,000. I don't want to see just prices go up here and flirting. I want to see a daily closes above these levels. That is what it's going to indicate that we actually have momentum growing and building. 4-hour time frame, consolidation, no signal to trade. Hourly time frame, let's see here. Potential hourly swing right here. Okay, here's your entry right here. We crossed the baseline. We've got rising explosion level and green delta, and then prices obviously have crossed the baseline with a Minx signal. So right here, nice long trade, come right above this kind of period of consolidation. Excuse me. I don't know why I just did that. There we go. Let's see here. 30 minutes, which is where I've been very active. We did, of course, have a PTP signal here, which hit the take profit. And basically flat right now. I am actually short just on my lower time frame discretionary stat where you can copy trade me. So if any of you guys are interested in copy trading me, I am in the top 3 pages of Fairdesk copy traders and continuing to rise and grow. So the copy trading has been very good. I do have a 100% hit rate for the last 3 weeks. I'm not saying that because I'm just pretty proud of it. It's nice, but that's just how it goes. Like there'll be bad months, there'll be good months, but overall we are profitable. That is how the trading works. Okay. Let's see here. What else do we want to talk about? And then, yeah, so basically this is just where we're at on the lower time frames here. I actually took, so here we go. So big trades here. I shorted this movement over here, but it was just oh, that's weird. Didn't, my camera, but, oh man, now it's going to say that, isn't it? So, that's annoying. Let me get that off. There we go. Now it went away. That's my, sticky half shutter. Anybody who wants a Canon out there. Anyways, yeah, so you guys can see, there we go. You guys can actually see my position and a little bit of drawdown right now, but not too bad. And the reason I took this trade is a couple things. One, again, took this short position here, missed these longs, a lot of volatility. Actually, no. I did take a long. I did have a winning trade. Yes. No. Just the short. Sorry. It's been a couple of days. But today, as I came to the monitor, I basically saw that price was just pushing against support or pushing against resistance. Normally, I wouldn't just take a trade based on that. But then when I come over to Coinalyze, which I've been loving, I just noticed that during this entire movement to the upside, we had this just complete drainage of open interest. So when we see price rising and open interest falling, that is divergence. That is indicating that even though price is rising, lots of new traders aren't coming in and buying it up and opening up long positions. What's happening is that as price is rising, positions are closing out. Positions are closing out. And so, I mean, that's just, how to use open interest 101. Price rising, open interest falling, short. Price falling, open interest rising, long, right? So that's basically it. And like here, I entered the trade here, and then we just had to sit through this up thrust above, kind of grabbing and hitting stop losses. You guys can see if we zoom in here. So the smaller histogram bars is the funding. So I always pay attention to whether funding is positive or negative. But the bigger bars behind there are tracking liquidations. Green bars are short liquidations. Red bars are long liquidations. And you'll notice that we had quite a few short liquidations on this candle. And this is just very natural. This is the type of trading strategy and the stuff that Bennett talks about over on Bitcoin Trading Challenge, where he, basically what he teaches and what is basically empirically true is that whenever you have a lot of liquidations, price will typically reverse, right? That's very common. Or if you see a massive drop in open interest, which may or may not coincide with a lot of liquidations, you will see price reverse. So those are pretty good discretionary setups to start with. Again, if you just go to Coinalyze, which is free to use, open interest on the 5-minute time frame, and you just wait. Your only setup is liquidations and massive drops in open interest, and you just take price the other way. You can be a profitable trader. So that's good strategy. I recommend checking that out. Again, you can just pull up Coinalyze, go through the historical data, and see it, how often you'd be right. Okay. Let's see here. What else to talk about? Yeah, that's pretty much it. What have we done lately? We have, so we've completely refurbished the beginning of our Pathways to Profit course on our website. So any students out there who have purchased the Pathways to Profit course, or any members of the premium trading group, definitely go check out the updated version. I've really made it come alive with all the introductions and revisions that I've done over the past few months. We will have the second half of it done, hopefully within a couple of months. And then we're going to actually start publishing new courses. So there's been a lot of demand for new courses. And all the courses do is teach you exactly how to create strategies from the ground up using an empirical approach, using a data-based approach, just how I create all my strategies. Okay. Okay. Crypto bubbles. So it's been a relatively rough opening day for cryptos. On the daily, the really, Hex, OP, Bitcoin Cash, BSV, Trust Wallet Token, a little bit of Stellar Lumens, and Chainlink to a small degree are up. Of course, Hex and PulseX, which I am invested in, have been hit pretty bad with the news that Richard Hart is being investigated, sued, checked out by the SEC, whatever. These things happen. Okay, so now is the time to put in some chart requests, guys. Let's get some chart requests going if you guys want me to look at some assets. Otherwise, we're probably going to sign off. I just wanted to come in, do everything necessary. And I've got to get back to doing some editing. We will also be publishing a full-length YouTube video this week. I'm not exactly sure what the topic is going to be. Something trading related. But I've just got to look at my content creation calendar. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys for coming by. We're going to do kind of the outro credits. And I think we'll probably do that here. No, we'll just do it here. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming by for another live stream. We're going to be doing our best to do these daily, keeping you guys updated with what's going on in the cryptocurrency markets, as well as my moves and my positions. Of course, if you want to be closer with the community, become more involved, of course, obviously you can subscribe to the channel so you never miss an episode, or you can join the premium trading group where you'll have access to all of my signals, all of my market updates, all of my indicators, all of my strategies, and access to all of our courses on our website. Link for that is down in the description. Otherwise, you can copy trade me for free on Fairdesk and make money when I make money, lose money when I lose money. And you can go grab my free guide, 5 Mistakes Holding You Back from Profitable Trading, where I condense the last 5 years of my experience trading cryptocurrency into 5 actionable steps to improve your cryptocurrency trading. Link for that is also down in the description. It's completely free. You don't have to pay for anything unless you join the group, which does cost money. Okay. Other than that, we will be back tomorrow. Same crypto time, same crypto network. I appreciate you guys coming by. Make sure to share this with your family, your friends, even people you don't like. Helps us get the word out. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Trade safely.